Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are a little bit late doing this, that, and the other thing this morning. I hope that you guys are okay today. Let's see who we got. Do we have a crew? Do we have a crew? If we have a crew, I will get the show going. Let's get started with a little music. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Hope that we are live. I believe that we are. Let's go with a little speedo. Here we go. Gotta go with a little speedo, okay? Good morning, good morning. Morning, Bella. How are you? I needed to start with a little old school, old fashioned music. I just felt it. Let's see if we got people today. We got anybody? Speedo. What a great song this is, huh? Love this song. Good morning, good morning. So you guys can hear me? Yes, I think so. Bindu has entered the building. The Wine Guild is here. Laura is here. A little music, a little acapella, one guitar, and a little drum. These guys are good. Wow. Nice, Andrea. I love this song. What a good jam. Let's see if this camera works. I don't know. This band is great. The show used to be called From the Cadillacs. That used to be the Cadillacs. Hold on a minute, guys. Change my glasses. Pinky rings on. Let's coffee break, guys. Let's coffee break. I got a little coffee break this morning. And I was thinking. I don't know, I was pondering what to talk about on the show today. And then I said to myself, as I usually do, Self, what's on your mind? Well, a Cadillac commercial came on. And I said, oh my God, my first car was a hoopty. Wow. My first car was a hoopty because I was the poorest kid in the neighborhood. My first car was a 1976 Chrysler Cordoba. Now, if I remember correctly, who used to do that commercial? Oh, man. 76 Cordoba. Come on. What was his name? The Spanish guy. Oh, he was great with the Corinthian leather. Oh man, who was the Cordoba? 1976. Wow. Yeah, that was my first car. It had a 8-track player in it. Ricardo Montalban. It was incredible. 76, man. And you know how much that Ricardo, he was great. Oh my God. He was great in those commercials. But that car was a great car, man. Listen. That was my first car. Guess how much I paid for that car? You'll never even guess what I paid for my first car. You'll never know. So I started driving in 87. And my first car was a 76 promoted by the world famous Ricardo Montalban. Oh my God. What a hoopty. But I cleaned it up. It was black. I made it nice. $300. $300. Oh, think, dude, what a car that was, man. Did you have the Corinthian leather or the or the velour? Forget about it. I had the velour. Maroon. But I had white walls. So I made it nice. That was my first car, 76 Cordova. Cordova. Ricardo Montalban. You got to see the commercials. So, so that was my first car. 8-track player. Oh man, the memory spot. My first car was brought at the Fairfield Auto Auction. Nice. Fairfield Auto Auction is still there. Maron, you had the leather. Nice. God bless you, cuz. But, it was $300. It needed a lot. It had all broken parts in it, but the engine was good. And, it was so sweet. It was a sweet car, man. It really, really was. So, yeah, you had the Corinthian leather, as Ricardo Montalban would say. We knew a guy, of course, but your shit don't we always? You have to. 1983 Chevy. So, okay, so that was my first car, right? Then gotta tell you, I smashed it. I was in the glove compartment looking for an 8-track. Yes, an 8-track. Yes, it had an 8-track. Right, Dindu? Did yours have an 8-track or a cassette? My 76 had an 8-track. I don't know why it had an 8-track. Nobody really knows what an 8-track is. Well, some people may not. But it had the 8-track, which 8-track was nice. My first car was a 73 Cadillac Eldorado. Oh, my God. Wow. 73 Eldo. That's a big-ass car, man. That's a big car, 73. So 2 things. I saw a 76 Coupe de Ville yesterday. When I took my mother to the doctor, you had an 8-track. Of course, it was incredible. So there you go. My first car was a 76 Cordova. All right. Now, I was going in the glove compartment and I smashed it. Oh, God. Ricardo's commercial is up. So I smashed it. Totaled it. $300. What are you going to do? Now I'm walking. But I was working. I was always working. So I had a few dollars. So guess what I bought next? Forget about this one. You want to talk about a hoopty? 74 Chevy Vega. Green. Here's Tommy Stigs. 74 Chevy Vega. Automatic. I'm sorry. Stick. Nothing power. No power brakes. No power steering. No power nothing. No power nothing. Vega was a loser car. Well, I was a loser. I was the poorest kid in the neighborhood. What am I going to do? But I had to drive. I had a Vega. 74 Vega. And I bought it from somebody in the neighborhood that was getting rid of it. It was basically junk, but so I got that 300. I was the poorest kid in the neighborhood. We really didn't have any money. So my mother needed me on the road to help her. So we got that 76 Cordova for $300. I smashed it like a Mameluke. And then I got a 74 Chevy Vega. No power steering. You cannot imagine, Aunt. Oh my God. No power steering, stick shift, and no power brakes. It was like a workout driving that car. People had to be thin in 1974, or they had great calf muscles and arms, because driving that car was a workout. It's like going to the gym. So did they used to blow hit from behind? I don't know, but it was a loser car, and I was basically poor. So I wouldn't say dirt poor, but everybody else was driving. Not everybody. A lot of the guys in the neighborhood were driving pretty decent cars, and I had 2 hoopties in a row. Then my third car. So the 74 Vega didn't last very long. It kind of blew up. Then my third car. So my mother was saving for a furnace. This is a true story. My mother was saving money for a furnace because we basically had no heat. The furnace was broken. That was one of those old heaters. So every week she would put money into a drawer and try to save enough cash, sacrifice something else, put a few dollars in the drawer, and try to save up to get enough money to buy the furnace. This is how we lived. What can I tell you? It is what it is. So we sacrificed something else. Jimi Hendrix, oh my God, and the Doors. So she saved up, and this car, the hoopty died, and I couldn't get around. My mother was saving up. In the drawer towards the furnace, she had $1,750, $1,750. This is in around 90, I guess, 80 something. She was saving up for the furnace. I couldn't get around. I had to get around because I'm helping my mother. I'm trying to get back and forth to work, make a few dollars. I had a rough beginnings. Nobody really knows, but it was kind of tough for us. So I'm not looking for, it's not a sad story. I'm just telling you about cars, basically. So she says, all right, Tommy, let's see if we can, I think it was summertime. She's like, all right, let's see what we can do here. Let's take the 1750, try to find a car that's decent, that you can at least, we can get you around and you can do your thing. So, yeah, we took that 1750 and we bought a Cutlass Supreme. Oh, it was nice to be in a decent car, a Cutlass Supreme. I don't know what year that Cutlass Supreme was. But at that same time, I'm saying, I can't live like this. This is no way to live. How can we live like this? This is not good. The house outside looks clean. Everything's in order. The grass is cut. I cut the grass with one of those lawnmowers that you used to push, and it used to accelerate as based on the power that you pushed. I don't know what they're called, but I had a lawnmower, so I kept clean. So anyway, we took that 750. We got a Cutlass Supreme, and I was on my way to unfortunately a different way of life to get out of that rut that we were in, and that's a whole other topic. But I got out of it. We got out of the rut eventually. I don't know. Anyway, so the point of this story was the first cars. I don't want to get into a life story, but first car. 76 Cordova without the Corinthian leather, as Ricardo Montalban explains. So 76 Cordova, 74 Vega, the Cutlass, and then I got that taste for a decent way of living, and things materialized. That probably didn't end well, but materialized anyway. This is where you stay hungry and you have ambition, and you can't have a pity party. You got to keep pushing to get better. Just keep on grinding. God, what a rough, humble beginning that was. Be that as it may. It's Tuesday. It's a gorgeous day. Nice morning, crisp morning. The skyline this morning over Manhattan was burnt orange. Oh, because it's in my rearview mirror when I go out. So I really can't give you the view. Let me check the chat a little bit, guys. Once you get that taste. Well, gee, it wasn't even nice things. It was just, can I do a little better than this? I got to change these glasses. It wasn't so nice. It was just, I need to have something. I got to have something a little better. I got to make my mark here. Like, this isn't good. We're like basically poverty in a middle-class neighborhood, lower middle-class neighborhood, and I'm like the underdog, and I got to make something work. We got to do something here. So my mother was breaking her ass to keep us in the house. My father went bad. He wasn't giving child support or anything. He left with his gumad. We never saw him. So she was just trying to keep us in the neighborhood in Belleville. And you have no idea. I was almost not going to be living in Belleville. I was almost back in Newark, Aunt. ALV. I mean, things changed before the car situation. Things were bad, and we were almost going to relocate back to Newark. It's just crazy. Yeah, nobody knows my whole story, and I don't get into all the details, but it was a really, really tough, humble start. We showed face. We dressed clean. We went to Newark Slip to buy our clothes, which is the slip factory, which is actually QC rejects. So, and yeah, before the car situation, we were actually going back to Newark. But my mother worked hard. She made it happen. She was able to as a team, we did it. So the situations and where some of my shenanigans came from is a whole other show. We'll do it at another time, probably on a wind down. If it's interesting to anybody, I don't know. Got a pretty decent story, but I don't want to get into it. I don't really want to get into it, but yeah. So my first car was 76 Cordova, 74 Vega, Cutlass Supreme, third car. Anyway, that's a little bit of story. You persevered. Yeah, well, my mother had that dedication. She instilled it in us. Now I have it. My kids have it. We all have that drive, that sense of purpose, that positive vibe. It can happen. You can make it happen. Now, you don't have to be rich and famous, but you can do better than what you had. And we had nothing. So as you can see, nobody really knew this about us, but it was me, my little brother, and my mother, and we made it happen. We were lucky in Italy. We weren't broke, but my family was, and the thing back home, my family, we had here, same situation, and they took care of us, okay? Both parents, hard workers, passed on. That's tough too, My first car was my dad's hand-me-down. Don McHugh. Great question this morning Don McHugh had. So I don't know if anybody saw my video from this morning from the neighborhood, from the stoop. Really, hold on a minute, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm working at the same time. Even though I'm on my coffee break, I got to still work. I got to keep on moving. So Don I don't know if anybody saw my video from this morning. It was from the neighborhood, from the stoop. I gave you a little rundown of history of where I live right now. And Don had a good question about the Italian flags and the American flags and how I have the stoop and how I have it set up. It looks Italian. It was a good question. Does anybody have an issue or a problem with you having all of that stuff there? And the answer is no, Don. They actually feel safe, comfortable. The environment is nice. We keep it clean. We keep it cozy. A lot of my friends are always around out on the stoop still. And they actually feel safe. We have a black woman that lives upstairs from me. She moved into the neighborhood. She feels totally safe being in our building. We have mostly Italian in the building, and we have the black girl upstairs who lives alone, and she feels very, very safe. She enjoys it. She'll come out on the stoop a little bit here and there. She's a hardworking girl, so we don't see her very much. But when she came to the neighborhood, we welcomed her with open arms. We said, anything you need, you knock on this door or that door, and you never have to worry in this neighborhood. And she was very, very, very happy. She's very comfortable there. So Don, I hope I answered that question for you. Tommy, I saw the video from this morning. It's great. Thank you, Bella. Appreciate that. And anybody that comes by actually feels safe there. It's welcoming. I actually turned the neighborhood around because now they refer to my section of the city as the Italian section, which is very interesting. But it is the Italian section, but I enhanced it. I put flags out and I made it the Italian section of the neighborhood. And people are so comfortable in the neighborhood, you can't imagine. Lady across the street, Sicilian lady, she doesn't speak English. She lives across the street. Old lady has nothing to worry about. The restaurants have nothing to worry about. I'm around. I'm in the neighborhood. If they got a food delivery, they're running late. They call me, Stigs, can you go to the restaurant? Let the vendors in. The guy next door, if they're delivering liquor at an off hour and I'm around, I go in there. I get them in. So Don, I just wanted to enhance the response a little bit. Hope that works for you. So yeah, we made the neighborhood. We keep the neighborhood safe. If anybody has a chance, do check out that video I posted a little while ago. Well, everybody feels very safe in our section of town right now. Yes, they stole my catalytic converter. You don't know where they come from. They come from all over the place. Lucas video yesterday. Yeah, so that's how we try to do it. And, you know, I'm proud about that. When I was getting divorced, I didn't know where I was going. I was going either to Newark or Belleville. And I saw this, my friend gave me a call and he said, Stigs, this guy just abruptly left the building. Come and check it out. Beep, ba bop, ba boop. I didn't have the credit. My credit check was not sufficient. I had no way of getting into this building. I couldn't get it. My credit score was in the dumps. Just coming off a divorce, just getting divorced, and I had nowhere to go. And that is where I ended up. There, before the grace of God, I ended up in this building with a little help from some of my friends. And here we are today. I made it comfortable. I made it home. And here's where we're at. So, hope that answers your question. Another costume. Yeah, Dean. Do I want to make the people feel safe in the neighborhood? Thank you. Thank you, G. Yeah, we used to have poker games in there. I mean, we only want to feel safe, Patricia. Yeah, no matter where you are, right? No matter where you are. Wherever I was, we always had guys around. All the neighborhoods and situations that I've been in, there was always neighborhood guys around. I'm not saying wise guys. Don't take that the wrong way. No wise guys. At least I'm not going to say there's any wise guys. But no wise guys. It's not that kind of vibe. There are a few Italian American males in the neighborhood, and we are just there. We are just there, and it just makes the people feel safe. It's on, I don't know, G. It's going to be about, to get the social club would be about 150 a month per man, depending on how many guys we get to go in. So we're looking into it. I got to call my friend today and see what he wants to do about that. A social club would be nice for us to have. It would be a legitimate social club. Reason I asked, tell me, back in the day, Italian descents always stuck together, same as the Greeks. Yes, we never socialized with Australians, even though it was interesting. Interesting, Don. Interesting, Don. Well, this is the situation, and I was brought up amongst all kinds of people. Remember, I spent my childhood in the projects. Most of my childhood was spent in the projects. My grandmother lived in the projects in what was called the Valesburg section. We had black, Spanish, white, German, Greek, Italian, you name it. We had it in the neighborhood. We just went out and played in the projects like we didn't even see the color. I said this before on my show. And then my nana, I had my great-grandmother till I was 12. My great-grandmother, my nana, who actually lived in another project building, a lower-rise project building on the border of Belleville and Newark, and that was where Frankie Valli grew up, Frankie Valli's building. So my nana lived in the building where Frankie Valli grew up. So I spent my time around a lot of different types of people growing up, lots of people. I don't see color at all, guys. Yep. Dean, are you going to oh my God. I thought that Lucas Diggs has a social club. Ha ha ha. Yeah, so that's a little history there. I mean, we had a little good conversation there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy today. First cars, humble beginnings, a little bit of my story. If it's interesting or not, I don't know. I'm culturally, I don't know. I like my culture. I appreciate my culture. I am so fortunate to have grown up around blacks, whites, Spanish, Greek, German, Italian, you name it. Because Italians were not considered white. I don't know if you guys know about that. Italians were never, ever considered white. We were not white. We were considered kind of black. And that's okay because, we all migrated to cities. Yes, it is, G. But we were not considered white at all, by no means. Way back, we were not considered white. And that's okay. I don't care. That's why we have this tight bond. That's why Italians are so close, tight, and have a bond and watch out for each other. It's because we were Italians were really discriminated against back in the day. So yeah, the Irish took advantage of the Italians, you know. The Irish really took advantage of the Italians, you know what I mean? So I don't know. We have, you know, you have racial strains in a lot of different ways, but I will tell you this. Yeah, Sacco and Vanzetti, Andrea. Sacco and Vanzetti. That's a great story. Where'd that go? Sacco and Vanzetti. Where are you? Andrea, okay. The mass lynching in U.S. Yeah, this is correct. Sacco and Vanzetti. It's a great story. Maybe I'll do a show about Sacco and Vanzetti. Andrea, I would love for you to pop in on that. Yes, you're 100%. Yes, there you go, Aunt. The Irish had the advantage. I remember my grandfather saying to me, Tommy, I couldn't find work. I was young and I wanted to get the union job. And an Irish shop steward said to me, give me $20. You'll have a job on Monday. So my grandfather basically gave him his last $20. He had a family to feed, obviously Italian, speaking broken English. The Irishman said to my grandfather, come to the union hall, come to the job on Monday. You will have a union job. Gave him the $20. Respect from a handshake. My grandfather went to the union on Monday and they knew nothing about my grandfather. Nothing. He did not have that job. Yes. Well, Dindu, that's because of the influx and the invasions, Dindu. Sicilian culture is something totally different than Italian culture. Sicilian and Italian are two totally different things. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this show. We can go more on this at another time. I'm going to bang out now. My time is up. I like to keep it to 30 minutes. I like to keep it interesting. I want people to be able to look at the show and say, okay, 30 minutes, let me jump in. They won't get bored, That's how I kind of like to do it. I'm not really dark at all, and I have blue eyes. Yeah, yep. Johnny, yeah, my ex-father-in-law. Blue eyes. Sicilian, 100%. Okay, is Gerard still here? Has Gerard left the building, or is Gerard still here? I would really love to, 891, nice, Patricia, thank you. Gerard has left the building. Damn it. I like when Gerard's here. Oh, he is here, okay. Gerard's here. Gerard, I haven't seen you much. Are you okay, sir? Haven't seen you much. Maybe some people are getting bored with the show. I'm not sure. Some people may be getting bored, so it seems like my veterans are not popping in as much as they used to. I'm not sure. My first car was an '85 Dodge Challenger. Oh my God, Chris, that's great. That's great. Okay, I hope you guys aren't getting bored. I hope you guys are still enjoying the content. Yeah. Okay, Gerard. Well, you hang in there. I hope you guys are still enjoying this show. Trying to keep it consistent. Have a little coffee every day. That's what we do. We have coffee. On my coffee break, try to give you a little topic. Come on for about a half hour. Keep you guys enthused. Sometimes we laugh. Sometimes we get serious. Okay, Bella, be careful over there, okay? Okay, great. As long as you're not bored and you're still enjoying the content, I'll keep on doing what I do. That's it. It's what I do. But being that Gerard has entered the building. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Patricia. Gotta play this for my man Gerard. Hope you feel about me and Vito are here for you. Yes. Having a hard time getting up early, I think, of your show every day. Okay, Gerard, you can go back to it at any time. It's there. Look, 25 or so people having coffee. Pretty good. Baby kiss. That's for you, my man. We'll get you going. We'll get you going. A little Ralph Mucci. So our show today. First cars, a little bit of Italian culture, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's why I keep it short, so we can go back and take a watch. In other words, no problem, Gerard. Do what you have to do. I never get to catch the morning show. This is rare of me here. Usually I'm running around like a chicken with no head at this time of day. That's all right, G. I'm happy you stopped by this morning, Gianni. Appreciate each and every one of you that stopped by. Who can say they're having coffee with 20, 25 people? It's hard to do. You know what I mean? You get 20 people together in the morning. It's hard. That's it. We're going to bang out now, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. Oh, thank you, Gerard. I appreciate that. That's great. In other words, what a good song. For you, cuz. Gerard, you're a staple here. And I appreciate you and each and every one of you guys. Boom. All right, with that, we're going out. We're going to log off. Thank you for stopping by this morning, having coffee with Stigs. As you can see back there is this is the social club environment. You know, you got Marilyn there, James Dean, Elvis, Humphrey Bogart. Nice picture. They're in the tavern. They're in a bar. She's on the phone. Sometimes I use the American Girl in Italy. Right now I'm using the social club environment. She's the broad in the social club. You know, the one. All right, guys. Be that as it may, have a blessed Tuesday. Thank you once again for stopping by. I really, really do appreciate everybody stopping by. Ciao for now. Tommy Stigs out.